So, like I was saying, I'm outside and I'm standing before all of this magnificent and hearing and bearing witness to all of this great, magnificent illuminance and thunder and lightning, whom I know. And not afraid because I know the Most High, folks. He is them and they are my family, folks. So I have faith in the fact that I'm going to be protected. Now, I told y'all about this in other videos where I talk about as this thing ramps up because there's a purpose for everything. All of us have a purpose. I see that there are things popping off everywhere. People are starting to wake up and move in certain directions. You got your technical military situations going on where people are trying to mobilize. You got people trying to talk about politics. You got people talking about joining lanes. You got all this stuff going on. And right in the midst of that, here I am, giving you these issuances. And that is for the purpose to show you the strength of the Most High. Now, a lot of people believe that they're going to do something to overthrow what the Most High has already set in place. Somehow they think they're going to grab their guns and they're going to be some strong, resistant force that's going to stand their ground. And, these people who the Most High have touched for this new day are not going to succeed or prevail in this new day. And that's bullshit. The Most High, His word is His bond, folks. And, it will be done, right? Justice will be served in whatever way He deems fit. And you've read about many ways that this will occur, you know? So it doesn't matter. And like I said, I'm wondering, how do I figure into this? All this is going on and all of these things. That's why I said at some point maybe all of these different people that the Most High have touched will, and I'm certain will, if He has touched them, they will find their way. And I'm certain that I will see them, folks, in this new day. I'm certain of it. There are certain things that I'm absolutely positively certain about at this point in the game, folks. That's why I told you, not that I don't respect doctrines, but if I'm hanging out with the sun, I told you the thunderstorm. Will any of you go out in the storm right now? Yeah, I also noticed that every time I've been doing these videos, I get this little funny chime noise on my phone. It's been going on for the last couple of videos or something at a certain point. Y'all have heard it. And sometimes it's a text or someone trying to get in touch with me. It could be some business or something. But in most cases, it's just the phone doing something. And my point I'm trying to make to you guys is that you don't realize that slavery, this is the new form of slavery, folks. When you're dealing with narcissists, it's about total control. Money is not real and it's going to be taken away completely. And I don't mean by their hands, I mean by the hands of the Most High, because He will take them from out of here, folks. Right? Money's not going to exist. So it's not about working you to keep something going that's not really real. It's just something that they put in place, like a little game that they have in place with this monopoly money, right? And they decide who gets what. And for so long, people have had boots to their necks, folks, where they have suffered and not gotten any of that, the benefits of that system. And many of you thought it was fair and just, and y'all, dilly dude and stuff. And that's why the issuances. Remember, I'm not the strength. So whatever you're getting and whatever you have a problem with, you have a problem with the Most High, because I don't bring storms, folks. I don't bring hurricanes or volcanoes. And I was just saying in the part one of this video that you got a volcano yesterday, right? And there's more to come. I know the Most High moves on His time, and a lot of times I always tell Him out things that I love to see Him do and stuff like that. But I also recognize and respect the fact that He is God, that He is holding my life, that He is the Most High source creator of all of the universe and the heavens, folks. The great heavens who do duty for you, folks, who make those thunderstorms, folks, who make that energy that you process in various ways. You guys have electricity, you haven't paid them. You guys have sunlight, you haven't paid them. You guys are taking over land and plundering the resources. You haven't paid Mother Earth a dime, but you're taking and taking and taking, right? Every single day I'm with them, and it negates, it doesn't necessarily negate your doctrines, because these are things and lessons for you to learn to build something morally within you so you can look higher. I keep telling y'all, because in the new day is about the vibration, the higher vibration, folks. All of the technical things of old will be done away with, right? And I don't have all of the answers right now, folks. I don't ask these questions. I don't go above my pay grade. I'm just happy to be with the Most High, to spend time with the heavens, to learn, to understand myself in connection to Him, what He wants me to do and be in His service. That's all I'm about. That's all you should be about. And you will be protected. As we speak, I hear the growl, the great growl of the thunder, of the great one, right? So I have no fear of any opposing force who's opposing the will of the Most High. If the Most High wants to use me for something, just like any of you, just like these forces that are mobilizing and doing certain things, the people who oppose the Most High will face a destructive wrath from the heavens, folks. Right? You're not greater than the ground you stand on, and Mother Earth will show you in every single way possible. It will become a supreme nightmare for you guys, for the worst of you. I don't really care if you like the videos or not, because what I'm saying about social media is that that's part of how you guys view everything. You're flat-footed. Even if you're shown something or told something, you wouldn't believe it, folks. You know? And that's just the magnificent thing. I hear all of these people saying that, you can't actually talk to the Most High. I heard a guy say that, and I respect the guy on certain politics, technically, in this flat-footed societal things. But as far as his higher reaching, he does not know what he's talking about, folks. He does not spend time with the sun. Doesn't he need the sun? Don't you need the sun, folks? Right? Aren't you afraid of the lightning and the thunder, folks? I'm not afraid of them, folks. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? I'm blessed on that level, so it's a purpose for me having that great blessing that I'm spending time with, and I've proven it to you and can keep proving it to you, right? And part of the issuance is like part of what's going on, folks. If you think you're mighty, this is the Most High showing you that you can't do shit. When He wants something done, it will be done. That you're just an ant on the pavement. You're just a speck of dust at His feet, folks. He holds your life. He decides if you stay here or not. He's sweeping out, folks. He is Mother Earth, folks. Right? So, I'll tell you guys a story real quick, and then I'll end this video. I'm not going to make this as long as the other one. But once upon a time, an enlightened man, haven't told these in a while, found himself in the company of the heavens. And at this particular time frame in life, he had just made a new acquaintance of the heavens. And on this particular evening, he was talking to Mother Earth. And Mother Earth told him about something that was going on in the heavens, right? A gathering. And she invited him to come, right? And so this man went to the heavens, and there was a great gathering of the gods, and there was beautiful music, and it was an air of love, and the Most High's light and energy flowed through the body of space. And it was dancing and singing and joyousness and praise of the Most High. And this man found himself, this enlightened man found himself in the company of these gods whom were family, and he was greeting and acquainting and meeting everyone and gathering and enjoying himself and dancing. And there was this beautiful goddess that he danced with who could really dance, and he enjoyed her time and dancing and everything. It was just great being with her. And she had on like a mask or something. Everyone else, and he wondered why, and it was something funny. And he thought he knew this goddess, but he couldn't put his finger on it. He wasn't quite sure if it was her, But it was so many gods and goddesses, and he had met so many family members, and he was new, and he just enjoyed the evening. But to make a long story short, at the end of the evening, he wakes up and finds himself at home in his bed in pitch black darkness in his room, and to which he sees a great light emanating, from outside of his window. So he jumps out of bed, half clothed, runs over to the window, stumbles, looks through the blinds, to which he sees the great sun and the great and a goddess with him, but it was the moon goddess. And at the time, he couldn't make out the goddess, but he knew it was the great sun standing with a goddess somewhere not far from out in the field from his window. And the great sun takes the mask off from the gathering of the goddess, and it's the great moon goddess, and they're laughing, and the man laughs, and the great sun tosses the mask through the field, and the mask lands at the feet of the man. And what I'm saying to you folks is that these are things that have occurred because there's high reality that you don't understand. So whenever you talk about what you know, I'm in the know because I experience this every day, folks. These are beautiful things, and as crazy as this sounds to you, the reason how I show you my backup is giving you that proof. Now let's get to the good part real quick, because I'm not going to make this long. I'm about to wrap this up. And maybe I'll do a part 3, maybe not. Don't really care. Like I said, I'm not about trying to get views. I'm trying to touch those certain people that are supposed to hear this video. But when I issue something now, just to show you, because I don't know what you guys believe your purpose is, but my purpose is about bringing this thing so that you guys these forces are shaken up, that the Lord shows his hand. He is mighty, folks. So when you get these storms, you will find that they will start doubling back, and you will see a series of storms, great storms that will come, and they will come through, and then they will turn back around and come back. And you will see this happen more than one time. Now, I said this because I'm not in control of the storm. If you got a problem with what the storm is doing, you can look to the heavens and tell the Most High that you got a problem and that you want him to deal with the problem promptly. And see what happens. Because it's getting time for things to happen, folks. Justice will prevail, folks. Right? And because I'm in family with the heavens, I will provide as much assistance as possible to the efforts of greater humanity, folks, by pulling strings, because I know the hand who's holding the ground you stand on. You think I'm going to keep letting you and watching you do injustice and foolishness and not ask the Most High to send that thunderbolt, not ask the great sun to send that great fireball, not ask Mama Earth to open up that ground, not ask the moon goddess to send them 100-foot waves? You think I'm not going to start that up? You guys have seen all type of examples of the wrath of the Most High. You guys are getting locusts that are destroying crops all over the world society, not just in one country, but in many nations, ravaging the crops. That is the wrath of the Most High. You have a problem with it? Go stand out on the ground. Tell Mama Earth, right? Tell the Most High, right, that you have a problem with his wrath. That you don't appreciate that Mama Earth and the nature goddess have brought the locusts. That you don't appreciate these things and you want something done about it promptly. And see what happens. This is not about playing games, folks. This is about justice. Right? So like I said, y'all keep your eyes on that channel, or these channels that do weather and that are dedicated to these weather, situations, and you watch those and just tell me what you think about when you see the storm come through somewhere, and then it's going to turn back around and come back, because all the storms I told you were coming have already come, folks. And this is not about giving you examples. This is just what I'm doing. You just bear witness to what's being done by the Most High, because he is the strength. talked long enough. We'll be talking another video. Y'all have a good night.